welcome to Watch It Paint It. Today I'm painting the first pet from Arcadia Quest Pets. We're going to start with the Owlbunny. As normal, I'll show you the paints that I used and you can find these in the description below. So let's start with Mornfang Brown today. Maybe you can notice, but today Benson's painting for us, as this was too cute for him to miss out on, and he bagsied this model. So he's using his own paint brushes. It's just Citadel's base brush, I think it's called, and he's applying the brown to the Owlbunny's face here. Quite a watery, generous coat, trying to get an even application all over, being careful around his face not to get any paint on the non-brown bit. Next he's moving on to Sombre Grey by Vallejo, and this is to paint his body and his tail. Looks like Benson's forgot his wings there, which are also the Mornfang Brown, so I'm sure he'll go back to do that later on. He's careful around the wings there, and he's leaving his feet so he can do those a different colour. Making sure to get each feather, and as I thought, he's gone back to Mornfang Brown to do the Owlbunny's two wings. Being extra careful now not to get any of the brown on the grey he's just painted. He's going to be using the Army Painter's Zombie Skin next, a creamy yellow, and this is for his face and the insides of his ears. He's switched down to my detail brush here, so he's got better control and not to paint over any of the parts he's just painted. Hopefully you can just see that colour applying. It's quite hard to tell apart from the white. Next is on to Warlord's purple, and this is just to paint the Owlbunny's little tiny feet. And he's going to use some shade today. In fact, I'm going to use some shade today. I recognise my own hands. And this is, as usual, to apply around the eyes to give it that cartoony look, the black outline around the chibi's eyes. And Benson's back now with gold yellow, and this is to paint on the bird's beak, and as well as his irises. So just dodging the massive pupil that Owlbunny has. Next he's picking up Dead Black by the Army Painter, and this is to paint in the bird's two pupils, as you can see there, and give him some little eyelashes. Next he's going to be painting the sort of reflection using the Army Painter's Brainmatter Beige there. And finally for the eyes he's going to add a gloss varnish to give them a sparkly effect. Next he's going to show you the mixing for the grey highlights. So it's the Sombre Grey mixed with a Wolf Grey, using the palette from Quickdraw Supplies there, which you can find a link in the description below. And as you can see, he's mixing about 50-50, I'd say that is, to get a sort of colour between the two. Adding again a dab of water to try and get the right fluidity there. And as you can see, he's sort of just dry brushing this across very lightly with his base brush, just trying to catch the outer edges of all the feathers. As you can see, just building that layer up. He's going to mix in some more Wolf Grey now with the Sombre Grey and make a even lighter highlight. So he's mixing them next to each other so you can see the difference through the two, and adding a dab of water again to make it nice and runny. And again he's applying an even lighter touch this time, just to catch the very tips of each of the feathers, give it a sort of 3D realistic look. He's done with the highlighting of the grey, so he's going to be highlighting up the brown next using Parasite Brown, and they'll be using this just neat. So again he's just applying it very lightly, sort of dry brushing, but there's plenty of paint on the brush. The model's feathers stand out quite a long way, so it's quite easy to highlight these up, just leaving the darkness in all the cracks. Next is Orange Fire, and he's going to be applying the final highlight to the brown feathers here. Just again, similar technique as before, just being much lighter this time and trying to catch the very edges of all those feathers. Next, back to the Wolf Grey that he was mixing in, and deciding to do one additional highlight of it just neat, to try and make the model pop out more, because you've got to remember you're going to be looking at this from at least a foot away, if not more. And on table I think it's better that these models pop a little bit more. So he's gone to Brainmatter Beige, the white, to highlight up the zombie skin which was around his face there, as well as adding a little shine to his beak. And finally I'm back here using Mournfang Brown to add in the base like I do to every Arcadia Quest model I do, and the pets will be the same. So I'm base coating the base with the Mournfang Brown, just being very careful, especially around his feet that Benson's so very carefully painted. And that's the base coat done, which means we can get out the Agril in Earth and try and apply this as thickly as you can. There's very little space on this model, so I'm applying a thin layer to begin with just to get near his feet, and then I'm going to apply a thicker layer over the top of that to give it the nice cracking effect you can see here. And there's Owlbunny finished. Hopefully you like it. I think it looks awesome. I've not played the Pets expansion yet. I'm going to paint up a few creatures before we break it open and give it a go. So let us know what you thought of the pets below. Do you want to see some more? And don't forget to big up Benson. As always, he's been a massive help getting these videos done, which obviously it keeps them coming each week, which I hope you're enjoying. So as always, thanks for watching.